Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Joanne from Joanne Marime Coaching. I hope you're having a brilliant day. And on this series, I wanted to cover interviewing. Okay, so let me just adjust this a little bit. Yes, interviewing. That's like the hardest thing for people, and yes, it used to be the hardest thing for me too. And if you're wondering who is this and why is she talking to me, and if it's your first time coming to my channel, my name is Joanne Marime. I'm a career and confidence coach. I help ambitious professionals just like you to land their dream jobs, to make more money, and to lead fulfilling lives. And by the way, it's so not easy to land a job in today's market. Like you're hearing all sorts of layoffs, rumors of war, rumors of all those things. But guys, I want you to cut out the noise and recognize that in this stage, you just need to do what you can do. And then the things you cannot be able to control, don't worry about them because God is in control. Okay. And that's how I try to live my life every day. Even when I hear wars and rumors of wars, I'm like, listen, I'm a child of the Almighty God. Everything is going to be okay. He says his plans for me are for good and not evil. So I can just trust him. Okay. So just trust him and know that the same God that brought you from the hell that you are in is still the same God that is on the throne. And even if it doesn't make sense, it makes sense to him. And that's all that matters. And so, okay, so back to interviewing. I remember the first time I tried to go into an interview and I felt like such an imposter. I was so nervous. I felt like I was going to pee. I wanted to run away. My confidence was at an all time low. And man, it was just a disaster. But now, ever since then, I've been able to land jobs in the three top most companies in the world because I absolutely thoroughly improved how I approach my interviews. And by the way, even if you shake me in the middle of the night, I will wow you with how I can interview. And I want to teach that to you. So, the first thing that you need to understand about interviewing is number one, you have to be likable, right? You have to capture the attention of the group who's interviewing you, or the people that are interviewing you from the get go, right? It cannot be something that you let go for a long time. And so, one of the things that you need to do right away is just be likable. You don't have to be stiff, be yourself, right? And then use your normal voice. Don't use what I call the interview voice, right? If you're a salesperson, just use your normal voice, the same way I'm speaking to you right now without having to change my tone, without having to change anything about me. Just be yourself because that confidence is what sells, right? You already know the material, right? So just go in there and make sure that you're doing the right thing. The other thing that I like to teach my clients, and I've helped thousands of clients land their dream jobs in top companies across the globe, because I live in the US and I was born in Kenya. And so I can tell you that the same formula that applies here in the toughest market in America applies across the globe. The things that they're looking for is somebody who's coming in with a solution. Nobody is looking for somebody who is coming in with problems. It's not just about answering just the questions that you're being asked. It's also about you going in as a consultant, right? And so you have to go in there with a plan and kind of ask them about what they're doing, kind of understand what it is that they're doing, and then get an opportunity or create an opportunity to show them the kind of improvements that you would bring on board were they to go with you, right? And so the next time you are going into an interview, this is what I want you to do. Of course, look up the company. Of course, make sure that you have a bunch of questions that you have prepped to answer. Of course, reach out to people that have worked there previously or have interviewed there. They can give you a lot of tips on how interviews are. Use YouTube University to help you to understand how to answer questions using the STAR formula, right? Situation, task, action, and result. But the most important thing is when you go in there, you need to come out as super confident, someone who's coming with solutions, and someone who's able to point out quick improvements they could make right away to help them to become better in their processes. And I promise you, you will nail it. Okay. So if you're like one of those people that's going into all these interviews and you're suffering from what I call the silver medal curse, meaning you always make it to the last interview, but you never get the offer, then I'm going to link how you can get in touch with me, book a consultative call with me, a strategy call, and let's just talk about whether we can work together, because there's just a little bit of tweaking that you need to do on your interview skills. All right. My name again is Joanne Marime. I'll link all my freebies on this video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.